Hello, it's an exciting day today. I have a new delivery from XO Brass. XO Brass makes trumpets, trombones, tubas, pretty much everything. I've been an XO artist for 12 years or so. I started on the 1600i, the Roger Ingram model, and if you saw one of my last videos, I recently went back to the medium large family 459 bore, and I got this really beautiful XO 1602. This is the regular 1602 with a rose brass bell and a reverse lead pipe and a rose brass lead pipe as well. Yeah, I love this horn. It plays great. It's got I get the right amount of frequencies back, like the right high end, the right low end. I really like the heavier bell. You hear that? That's nice. That's quality. It's got a side seam one-piece bell that I just love. Sometimes, for certain live situations, it's a little heavy. So I generally like heavier horns. If you saw my album cover, Ensemble in Situ. Let me see if I don't have any right here. I'm holding an XO Brass 1600 that I put heavier caps on, and I do like some heavy weight for certain things. This one I've just got the regular caps, as you can see, that come with the horn. All XO horns ship with standard weight caps and heavy caps, which is really cool. But for this one, I feel like the horn has enough body. I don't need the additional mass on the valves. But sometimes I want something a little lighter, a little brighter. So thanks to the fine folks at XO, Mike and John, thank you. They sent me a little something. Very excited about this. I haven't even opened it at all. So let me get something to open the tape here. You might know, if you're an XO person, a fan of XO, that they do make a lightweight version of the 1602. It's called the 1602 LTR. Oh gosh! Let's see if I can get this on camera. So that's what we're looking at today. Oh boy! Really well packed. I like these boxes. I like to keep these boxes because if you have other horns, which I do collect a couple horns from time to time, these boxes are great for shipping your horns out, you know, if you're selling on eBay or something like that. So, plastic off. It comes in this like kind of bag. I wonder what I can use this bag for. I hate to throw it away. Maybe like laundry day or something. I don't know. Oh, nice. Okay. So, I really like these new cases. Wow, this is awesome. For many years, I don't think I have any. XO they had these like kind of leatherish backpack cases, which were cool, kind of like the band case style, you know, with the pocket right here, and it was a backpack. And then they also offered these really nice like tweed hard cases, like old school style with the latches, you know. Which I really liked also, very classy, very cool. But, you know, most of my gigs, I'm walking around New York City. I've got a backpack and it's got to be lightweight, but it also has to carry like more than just a B-flat trumpet. You know, I usually need flugelhorn for big band gigs and mutes. So I have a few cases that I really like. Maybe I'll talk about in some video. But this new style of XO case, I already love it. I like the hard, you know, I could fly with this if I had to gate check it. Just looking at it, I would at least know that my horn is not going to get destroyed. But banging around on the subway or whatever, like I could take this on a van tour or a bus tour and throw it in the back and be confident that the horn's going to be safe, which you can't do with any soft-sided case, you know, really. Wow. Okay. Super nice. Super nice. Very exciting. Silver. It's silver. I've been back and forth on silver kind of my whole life. I remember when I got my first silver trumpet in high school. It was a Getzen Capri, and I was just like, oh man, I'm serious now. I got a silver horn. Some of my horns are silver. My flugel is silver. My first Roger Ingram horn, the 1600 that I got back in 2011 or whatever, was silver. I'm excited about this. Okay, so because it's silver, it's going to be hard to see. Well, you're not going to be able to tell, but it's got a yellow brass lead pipe and a yellow brass bell. Still has a nice ring to it. It's definitely lighter. I can feel it already that it's lighter. And it's the thing about this horn that Mike Summers at EXO explained to me. It's not just like they removed a couple braces. You know, it's not just that they took some weight off in obvious places. It's actually, it's a lighter, let me take my mouthpiece out. It's a totally lighter valve section. I mean, I can feel the difference, definitely. Otherwise, it's like identical. Wait, is this bell a little bigger? The bell might be a little bit bigger. Yeah. See that? Maybe it's an optical illusion with the silver. But it should be the same horn in terms of playing characteristics and everything, slotting. What else do you get? So they also come, yeah, they still do this. I haven't got a brand new horn from them in a minute, but they also, just like they always do, they ship with a, you know, a rounded tuning slide. So it comes, and I prefer the squared, what we call in trumpet land, the square tuning slide. It's not really square, but you can see this one is more rounded. This is, you know, just changes the blow a little bit, a little less resistant, I found. I already have a reverse lead pipe on my horns. I prefer the reverse lead pipe. It's just changes where the resistance feels in the horn. You know, how far into the horn does the resistance point come? So generally I prefer square tuning slide and reverse lead pipe. That's the setup that I have found works best for me. It also comes with a really nice microfiber suede cleaning rag. We've got the accessories kits, which I will use some of this stuff. So this is, yeah, it comes with lighter weight springs. So you can see all this. Lighter weight springs, heavier valve caps, and then it's got flat finger buttons, and then brass valve guides. So, man, getting nerdy on the channel for the first time. I'm kind of a gearhead, and I'm kind of like a self-loathing gearhead. I don't like to talk about it, but once I get going, man, watch out. So this, you can see it comes with a mother of pearl inlay on the finger button, which is super nice, but some people don't like feeling that. They just want to feel flat. I think I'm one of those people. I like to just feel the regular flat buttons. As you can see on this horn here, has the flat finger buttons. And then it has this, currently has a nylon valve guide. You can see this white valve guide. That's what lines the valve up in the valve casing. Yeah, that's right. I prefer the brass because it's a little heavier and it just makes the horn sound better, I think. Just a tiny little bit, but you know, it all adds up. And then of course the heavier valve bottoms. So, you know, you've got the valve bottoms. Take this out. It's a little heavier. It's got a little added mass compared to the ones that come stock on the horn. And you know, I'll mess around with those. Maybe because this horn is overall lighter, maybe I will want a little added mass on. Usually I'll add it on the third valve. It's not just about having mass located here or there, but it's also about how the horn feels in my hand. Like, does the horn want to pull away from me? Is it too front heavy? Well, that's a problem, because then I have to purse my lips out, and I don't want to do that. I want to be as neutral as possible. I have a little bit of an overbite, and I'm a downstream player, so I just want to be like right here. You know, I try not to go too far down because I still want the whoever's in front of me to be able to hear me. And then it comes with valve oil. I have to hide my face. I have to get it to focus. Ultra pure, good stuff. I'm more of a Hetman guy, but I have the ultra pure. And then it comes with a mouthpiece, XO 3C. I don't really play 3C mouthpieces. I have a custom mouthpiece that I really love. It's kind of similar to a 3C. Like if I had to play, one time I forgot my mouthpieces at a show. I forgot all my mouthpieces. My horns were at the show, but the mouthpieces, I took them home and forgot to bring them back after a weekend. Luckily, my friend had a 3D in his pocket, you know, and I was like, hey man, he used it for a couple things on the show, and I was like, hey man, can I please use your 3D? And that's what I used to play in high school when I started playing lead in the big band. I had a 3C, and then I went to 3D, and at some point I had a 3E, but I made it through the show. I can still play it. It's basically the same rim feel as the custom pieces I've been getting, but the bite is way sharper. And of course, obviously Bach has like a bowl, you know, a bowl-shaped cup. I'm getting off topic. 1602 LTR, gorgeous horn. Gosh, you know, people think of XO as being like Jupiter, which they are. They're owned by the same parent company, and they're made in the same factory, I believe. I mean, but they're totally different, like horns. They're not the same tier, you know. Like I was at the XO distributor. XO's made in Taiwan. They have a distributor in Nashville, and I was there, and they had some interesting stuff, and I was swapping parts between. They're doing some cool stuff on the Jupiter horns now, and they play great, by the way. The Jupiter horns, like the intermediate horns, play great, really nice. And they're doing some interesting stuff with the valve slides, which I don't want to talk about because it's their you know, I think they're testing some stuff. But I was like, let me try that on this XO horn, and I tried to put the valve slide on, it wouldn't go. So they're not the same dies, they're not the same design. But man, this is such good quality, you know. And people talk about, should I buy a Bach or a Yamaha? And I say get an XO, or at least try an XO. They're, in my opinion, the quality is on par with anything I've been playing from Bach and Yamaha. And I personally, I prefer the way these play. I like the way they play and the way they sound. So I haven't really played yet today, but I'm going to try this 1602 LTR light trumpet. So it's already way brighter than my regular horn. I mean, not way brighter, but you know, pretty bright for what I'm used to. This is my regular horn, again, heavier with a rose brass bell. These are like kind of the first notes I'm playing today, so I'm taking it a little slow. But you can hear the sound on the rose brass is more round, a little broader maybe, with more low end. Wow, okay. The blow is the same, like they're the same trumpet. You know what I mean? They're the same design. All the tube lengths are the same, and you know the bore size is the same. The bell is a little, well, it's much lighter, and you can hear the ring is a little lighter. Let me do AB. Wow, it's a different pitch. It's a lower pitch, but I think the sound is a little brighter. You know, that might be hard to hear on the microphone. But the horn plays much brighter. it's going to be more sizzling in a big band context. I can already tell. And the high range feels really open. Feels great. I'm pretty I'm pretty excited about this. There's a certain shows I've been playing recently, live shows, where I've been playing this 1602 and I love it. I was like, man, I feel like I'm having to work extra hard to create that crackle. You know, I've been playing some shows that are more like traditional big band style, in like a Frank Sinatra style or a Tony Bennett, you know, style, and I want that kind of snap that like, you know, Conrad Gazzo, Snooky Young, they have that real like shine to their sound, almost like a crackle, you know. And I was having to manufacture that on the heavier horn by playing harder. And I feel like with this, I'll be able to play. It'll come easier, basically. You know, when you play a lot for a living, you're looking for 2% here, 3% there, just to make your life that much easier. Because it's like, you know, if a manufacturer can save 10 cents on every whatever coffee machine that they make, you know, well, if they make 10 million coffee machines, that's a lot of money. So if I can save 2% on every high C that I have to play, and if I play a million high Cs, then I saved a lot of energy. And basically, I'm looking to get through the gig and retain as much, like, not be so fatigued. Because if I'm less fatigued towards the end of the gig, I'm still playing better. My chops are less beat up, and I feel more ready the next day. So efficiency is the name of the game. And for certain gigs, I'm really, really glad to have this now. You know I'm not going to have to work so hard to sit on top of a big band with the right sound, basically. These horns play so responsibly. It's so easy to get them started. Yeah, that's great. I love that. I mean, I barely played today. I think I played for literally 30 seconds, and it just feels so accessible, those high notes, and very fluid. I love these horns. I really love these horns. So I'm going to tweak it. I'm going to put in the brass valve guides. I have a couple other things I like to do that are secrets. But this is great. Oh, it looks like a different receiver. I'm just seeing this. Look at the receivers. Let me get that in camera. This one is like straight walled. This one is kind of curvy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what the sauce is, but I dig it. Yeah, 1602 LTR. Beautiful trumpet. Let me know what you think. Ask me any questions you have. I'm happy to talk about the brand or any trumpets. I mean, I have some Bachs. I really like old Selmers, but I've played everything, man. I've played all the old trumpets, old trumpets, Selmers, Getzens, you know. I've owned something of everything at one point or another. I've tried the newer stuff, the heavier weight stuff. The kind of smaller manufacturers. There's some really great horns out there, but you know, I like all trumpets. I can find something positive about all trumpets to love. Yamaha's great instruments, you know. But I just feel like for what I do, the type of playing I do as a lead player, commercial player, Broadway, and then, you know, trying my best to be a jazz soloist, these horns, I can do it all on these horns, and I don't have to give anything up, and I'm not wanting for anything, you know. Whereas if I played like some 10-pound brushed gold thing with sheet bracing, I wouldn't be able to play some of my Broadway gigs or lead gigs the way that I want to with the same efficiency, and vice versa. If I played a super lightweight screaming lead horn, I wouldn't get the sound that I want for jazz solos. So for me, this horn is kind of like the do-it-all, the one horn wonder. This and the one I've been playing. You know, I'll probably switch these off, and depending on the day. You know, if I feel like I need more resistance and more mass, I'll go with the heavier horn. If I feel like if you know I need to kind of control or lighten up, I'll go with this horn. It's good to have two. You know, I'm like a one mouthpiece guy, and I've been a one horn guy for a while now. But I think I don't want to have like 5 mouthpieces in my pocket and 3 horns in my bag. That's too much, you know. But if I have 2, that's like, well, I'm feeling this, I can try that, you know. But I really try to limit myself because I feel like the real work is done here and with the breath. You know, you're not going to fix any detriment of your playing with equipment. So just try to find 1 or 2 good horns that let you do everything that you want to do, and then the rest is on you. But I feel like that I have that with XO. So very happy boy today. Thank you, XO, for the horn. I'm really excited to play it. Got some exciting stuff coming up. Got a new album coming out in January. It's called the Core Quintet. It's short for Colorado Reunion. Features some great musicians that I met during my time at the University of Colorado in Boulder. Some of whom live in New York, some of whom have moved to Europe or stayed out west or went down to South America, but I was able to bring them all to the city for a recording session in 2022, I think. The first single is out now. It's called Rage Leisure, like leisure wear, Rage Leisure. And you can get that wherever, Spotify, Apple Music. It's through the Bandstand Presents recording label, which I'm super excited to be part of the family. So you can check that out. I'll be in Austria next week. I'm going to be in Graz, Austria, and several other cities on a tour with this fantastic composer and drummer, Peter Lenz, L-E-N-Z. The album is called Breathe. We recorded that in Brooklyn, I think also in 2022, maybe 23. I can't remember for sure, but that album is coming out really soon if it's not already out. And so if anybody from Europe sees this and wants to come check us out, I'll be playing lead in that band, and some really great trumpet players coming. Jake Henry and Kenny Warren also coming from the States, and it's going to be fun. Any trumpet heads want to come out and see us in Austria, go to Peter Lenz's website and look at the tour schedule for that. I can't remember the name of the cities, or I'll probably butcher them if I try to say them. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. XO Brass, Trumpet Lake on Insta. I don't know what else to say. Thanks. Happy Halloween.